Tucumán is facing one of its most challenging weather events of the 2026 season. A massive, temporal, a severe weather system, has stalled over the province, dumping record rainfall in a matter of hours. From the capital of San Miguel to the southern departments of Monteros and Chiclagasta, the landscape has been transformed into a series of rushing rivers and submerged streets. But this isn't just a story about rain, it's a story about the dangerous intersection of natural forces and urban infrastructure. Today, we break down the meteorology behind the storm, the devastating impact on the Chiromeo River Basin, and why authorities are calling this a high-risk urban environment. The National Meteorological Service, SMN, issued a yellow alert early Saturday, but the intensity caught many by surprise. A low-pressure system combined with high humidity from the north created a stationary storm front. Unlike storms that pass quickly, this system sat directly over the Tucumán Mountains, triggering what experts call orographic lift, which intensified the downpour. The result? Over 100 millimeters of rain in specific sectors within a 24-hour window. Temperatures hovered between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius, but the real story was the wind and the sheer volume of water that the urban drainage systems were never designed to handle. As we move south of the capital, the situation turns from inconvenient to critical. The Chiromeo River experienced a sudden Crecida, a flash flood, that brought more than just water. It brought sediment, boulders, and debris from the mountains. In the area of Alpacayre and Piedra Grande, the force of the water began eroding the margins of the river, threatening the structural integrity of local bridges. This forced the Ministry of Transport to enact a total closure of National Route 65. When a river like the Chiromeo surges, it doesn't just flood, it reshapes the geography, cutting off entire communities and making rescue efforts incredibly difficult for civil defense teams. In the capital, San Miguel de Tucumán, the challenge is different but equally deadly. Urban flooding turns everyday streets into hazardous zones. One of the most significant risks during these temporales is the failure of the electrical grid. When water levels rise above the curb, they often reach electrical junction boxes, submerged cables, or fallen power lines hidden beneath the murky surface. Reports from the Jujuy Street area highlight how standing water can become energized without warning. This is why authorities are stressing a critical rule: water and electricity do not mix. Even if a street looks like a shallow pond, the presence of underground infrastructure means that any step into that water could lead to a fatal electrical discharge. Local government agencies have mobilized across the barrios of 3 de Marzo and 17 de Julio in Villa Quinteros, where flooding has reached inside homes. The Ministry of Public Health has activated tele-assistance lines, recognizing that the stress of losing property and the fear of the storm has a massive psychological impact on the population. The monitorization of the Medinas and El Membrillo rivers remains active 24/7. Officials are warning residents, do not wait for the water to reach your door to evacuate. If you are in a low-lying area, the time to move is when the alerts are issued, not when the river banks break. The forecast suggests that the instability will linger. We expect intermittent lloviznas, drizzles, and isolated thunderstorms through Monday night. A true improvement in conditions isn't expected until Tuesday morning. Until then, stay off the roads if possible, keep away from flooded streets, and keep your devices charged for emergency updates. Tucumán is a resilient province, but nature demands respect. Stay safe, stay dry, and we will keep you updated as the situation evolves.